screen is visible to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. So we have studied about single pass architecture, flow logic, how packet uh, processing happen in Palo Alto. Now we will see initial configuration, initial access and licensing and software updates. Uh, so by default, the PA series firewall has an IP address of 192.168.1.1 and password of admin. For security reason, you must change these settings before continuing with other firewall configuration tasks. You must perform this initial configuration task either from the management interface, even if you don't plan to use this interface for your firewall management, or using a direct serial connection to the console to the firewall. So what is the management interface in the firewall? If you see the Palo Alto firewall, so let's take any Palo Alto. It's clear. So this is the management port, right? Ramesh, are you getting me?
Yeah.
Okay. So this port has a configuration of 192.168.1.1. Okay. Now you can give your IP, your laptop IP in the range, same range or same VLAN, whatever, 192.168.1.2 or 3, whatever. And without gateway, you can able to access this Palo Alto. And after that, you can change the password. You are getting my point?
Yeah.
Okay. So you should have direct serial connection on console cable, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So console cable is for in out of band management, right? So if you wish to configure the firewall or any networking devices, you need console cable, and you can configure out of band management. I mean, you don't use the firewall traffic or device traffic to configure the management and other parameters on the firewall. Now, these are the some steps. Install a firewall and connect power to it. If your firewall model has dual power supplies, connect a second power supply for redundancy. Refer to the hardware reference guide for the model for details. So always refer this hardware reference guide. Each and every hardware has this hardware reference guide. Second step is gather the required information from your network admin. So maybe you are a network admin or you require some help from your official office staff, or you are, let's say you are working with vendor and you are working for multiple corporations, multiple customer, then you need to contact your network admins. IP address for management port, net mask, network mask and default gateway DNS server address. DNS, why you require DNS? Because sometime you need to upgrade the firewall image. So with DNS, this firewall will download the um, required IO PAN-OS image. Prabjot, hello. गुड मॉर्निंग। आप लॉबी में नहीं दिख रही हो मेरे को। कौन सी वाली लिंक में आपने ज्वाइन किया है, जो मैंने पालो अल्टो का कल भेजा था आपको? हाँ। नहीं 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 होगी, पर मेरे को वो नहीं आया हुआ है। मैं पिंग कर देता हूँ, आपको लगता है तो। मैं पिंग कर देता हूँ आपको, 1 मिनट रुका, होल्ड करो। गिव मी फ्यू मिनट्स। हाँ, क्लिक करो उसको। हाँ अभी आया है, आप दूसरे वाले लिंक में चले गए होगे। ओके ओके।
Sir, I'm not able to hear your voice.
Yeah, I'm not talking, so no
Okay,
problem.
okay.
So we are discussing about the initial configuration. Then you need these details to configure a firewall. For initial configuration, you need IP address for management port, network mask, default gateway, DNS server. Then step 3, connect your computer to the firewall. You can connect your firewall in one of the following ways. Connect a serial cable from your computer to the console port and connect to the firewall using terminal emulation software. With this setting, 9600 baud 8 and 1. So putty is your terminal emulation software, right? Or hyperterminal, you can wait a few minutes for the boot up sequence to complete. When the firewall is ready, the prompt changes to the name of the firewall, for example, PA220 login. So let me show you. When in the putty, it will show you P220 login. Connect an RG45 cable from a computer to the management for the firewall and browser and go to the HTTPS 192.168.1.1. So in two ways you can configure. By either you can go to the firewall and connect your firewall to the computer with the serial cable. So how serial cable looks like this, I will tell you. This is the serial cable, right? So this will go to your system. This USB port will go to system and this will come to your firewall console port. What is the console and firewall console port? This is the console port. You see this is the console port. So you need to connect this side at firewall and this side at firewall and this side at your computer. So, sorry, USB port to your computer and a laptop, whatever. Or else some in older days, this type of cable also with serial connection, DB9 pin. Nowadays, DB9 pin is obsolete. Now they are not providing DB9, they are providing this USB to serial, right? You are getting my point, Ramesh?
Yeah. Yeah.
By default, I told you 192.168.1.1 is the default IP of your firewall. Now, when prompted, when browser will open a login page, you need to put admin. Then after that, it will ask you to change the password. So you need to provide any good password, and new password will be a default 8 character and include a minimum 1 lowercase and 1 uppercase character as well as number and a special character. So nowadays, this is not a new thing. Be sure to use the best practices for password strength. So you know that how complexity work, right? For passwords. So in the firewall, you need to go device administrator, then you need to put the admin role and current default password and new password and save your settings. And this is the link for initial configuration. I will show you. Like this, there are multiple things you need to set up, like you need to then after you can configure the management port. You can set another IP network mask and default gateway. I will give you this link. You can also open parallelly. Right, and sorry. So you can use this link and you can open this page. You have Ramesh, you have Palo Alto firewall. You have in your setup.
Yeah, we have.
Okay. So if you'll see this black colored, in the black color, it is showing that you need to go to a device setting, then you need to click on setup, then interface. You need to navigate this, and then you need to follow each and every instruction. It is very clear and neat and clean. So you will not fumble, or you don't need to think extra. So whatever is written in here, you need to follow this. And these are some highlights provided, best practices, you can say. So these are the notes you need to follow. So then after, you need to allow that this management port should be permit from particular IPs, from admin PCs only, or particular network only, so that unauthorized nobody can access this firewall without your permission. So because in your organization, some people who are technological savvy or tech savvy, they keep on trying different things. If they get the access of the firewall because or due to any reason, any method, then the entire uh, enterprise security will be on threat. So to remove the threats, you should protect your environment. Okay. So protecting your IPs or allow particular IPs only. So permitted IP address means which systems will access this firewall, right? So let's say I will give you the example. So in your office, there can be multiple department, department A, department B, department IT. So it may be management, it can be sales, HR, etc. So this IT, there may be possible that IT have multiple division. So there may be network department. Service desk can be possible. Okay, or network team. So what you will do? You will allow access only to network team to access this. IT can be, so a small part of the people can access this firewall. Are you getting me? This is design ideas.
Okay.
If you are an admin, you should not allow the firewall to be accessed by a sales HR management team. So you will, if you will allow only particular subnet, let's say IT has subnet of 100.1 to 254 IPs are available for your network department. So what will happen when network guy will try to access this firewall? This firewall will open when management will have different subnet, different VLAN, the sales HR will have different VLAN, then this firewall will not be accessible. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And set a speed to auto negotiate. So this is a system parameter. Auto negotiation is a interface parameter, right? So in the system, if you don't know the negotiation, what will be future connection, how other device is behaving, you should select auto negotiate. So device will uh, will connect to that device with default settings or automatic settings. So let's say two device want to connect to switch or to router or whatever, to stations. If you will allow auto negotiate, these some parameters like speed, uh, speed, duplex, and one more speed, duplex, and uh, speed, duplex, and media. Let me check what are the negotiation parameter available with Palo Alto. Negotiation parameters for Palo Alto. So if you see this this auto negotiate option is there. So you can select whatever speed duplex. So speed duplex are the two options available, right? It may be possible that multiple. So you can see you can select the speed to auto. So what will happen? What is the meaning of this in networking? Or let's say this device has a 100 Mbps capacity. This port is connected with 100 Mbps fast Ethernet, and this is 1000 Mbps. And let's say this is full duplex and this is half duplex. So when you connect this half duplex with full duplex, a duplex mismatch error will come into the picture, right? And you will have a packet loss, or this station will not get the proper communication, or this port will flap. Also, let's say duplex are matched, but speed is not matched. What will happen? This 1000 Mbps, let's say this station will send the packet with 1000 Mbps speed, and this will send with 100 Mbps only. So what will happen? This port will have enough packets to as a buffer. It will receive more packets than this. So what will happen? This packet loss will happen because 1000 Mbps will send 10 times faster. When you make the port as auto, both sides, what will happen? Auto and auto. So it will match the duplex. So duplex setting will be, if it is half duplex, then it will automatically become half. As 1000 will become 100. 100 will not become 1000 because it is a physical speed, but 1000 can become 100, right? And it will send only with the 100 Mbps speed. It will check that how much he can actually receive or send. So based on this setting, the communication will not break. You know this fact? Any doubt?
Yeah,
Ramesh?
no, no.
Ramesh, I cannot hear you properly.
Oh, no, no, nothing.
You know this fact earlier, or this is new
Yeah, I know
thing?
it. We cannot.
Okay. Prabjot, that is clear for you?
Yes, sir, I'm understanding.
So this is auto negotiate and select which management services to allow on the services. So you can manage the service through Telnet, HTTPS, SSH, and HTTPS. So Telnet and HTTP are not secure. So you should not use this because they use the plain text format of the username and password. And HTTPS use the secure way value, and SSH also send the password in the encrypted form. So you should not put Telnet and HTTP on the management side. What if it is, if you will allow, then somebody will hack your system, and this, if your station is hacked, this station will lost and you will lose control of your firewall. Then configure DNS, update server and proxy server settings. Configure DNS. So why you require DNS? To update your firewall with the latest patch. So update server and proxy server. If you have proxy server also, then you need to update, because proxy server will not, because this firewall will not be allowed to resolve the host names or services, or it will not connect to the external uh, links or public links, or it will not able to reach to the Palo Alto servers. You must manually configure at least one DNS server on the firewall, or it will not be able to resolve host names. It will not use DNS server settings from another source such as an ISP. Then how to do this? Device, then setup, then services. For multi-virtual system platforms, just select global and add data services because this is a global setting. And if you change the settings in the system, if you have a multiple virtual system means you can divide firewall into multiple virtual systems. You know about this feature, Ramesh?
No, I
Prabjot?
don't. No, I don't know.
No, sir.
Okay, it's good concept. I will tell you.
This is
Let
new for
me.
me.
Okay. Ideally, you purchase a Palo Alto firewall. So what will happen? Let's say you have you are a small company and you have multiple customers. You can purchase only one firewall. What will happen? You are providing the services to the customer. What you divide this firewall into multiple virtual systems. Ideally, this is a hardware box. This behind this is a hardware box. But logically, you are separate and you will create VSys. One VSys, two virtual system two, and VSys three. So this virtual system has have its own clock settings, its routing table, whatever, its LAN subnets, etc. And what will happen? Now this will have ports. This firewall will have ports, physical ports. So let's say you connect your ISPs or you connect your LAN connection over this ports. So what will happen? This port will become part of this VSys. Let's say this VSys wants to send the traffic from this port. So you can tell this port that you should part of this VSys. You can make this port as a bit part of VSys too. So logically they are separated, but when you connect this port can be member of any VSys, and accordingly you can send the traffic via these pieces. So let's say you want to send from this to one port only, then it can be part of two VSys only or three VSys or whatever. So what will happen? But this port will treat the traffic separate. It will not, according to this policies configured here, this port will send the traffic accordingly. So this Palo Alto Palo Alto have this ability to divide the firewall into the multiple VSys, virtual systems. So if you see this, it is written for multiple virtual systems. Some of the settings is same for all virtual systems. Like it comes as a global. Global service means it will impact the whole firewalls. But by default, single virtual system is come with when you first time log in into the firewall. But you can divide this firewall into the multiple virtual systems. We will learn the things later, but I hope this is very small, easy concept you learned today. And what are the benefits? You can cater multiple customers. This routing table of this VSys is separated from VSys 3, VSys 1. So in the control plane, you can apply those policies. So if this and firewall policies are different for this three VSys. So you can create the policies accordingly to your different VSys. Are you getting me or it is confused? Or you are not able to understand? Ask if you have.
I didn't understand, sir.
I mean, you can and physically you have one hardware, but logically you can divide this firewall into multiple firewalls.
Okay, okay.
So you can, if you have 3 customers, you can give the firewall to the 3 customers by creating the logical separation.
Okay.
You're getting me?
Yes, now I am able to understand.
Let's say you have a hardware laptop. You can create multiple username and password on your laptop, right?
Hmm.
You
Yes.
you can log in and work according to your whatever. So some user will have some other username and password. So that data, that session will different and like that. That in a very simpler way, you can create multiple instances of the firewall,
Okay, understood
virtual
now.
instance. But let's say this, but these are the virtual things. But
Hmm.
logical and the physical interface where this firewall have, these ports will can be a part have of multiple VCs, and this port will decide will send a traffic according to these VCs policies. So you need to create the VCs policies from which port this traffic will go for LAN traffic, WAN traffic, etc.
Okay.
You're getting me, Ramesh?
Yeah.
Is it now easy for you to understand?
Yeah.
So that is the basic benefit of the this next generation firewall, that you can create multiple instances.
Okay.
I don't have firewall demo. I have requested Palo Alto to provide a demo. Let me check. I have received anything. Oh, I don't have VM series trial now. Otherwise, okay. They cannot provide me any 30 days trial business applications. Okay, so that is fine. Then after that, you need to put the DNS server, DNS server, secondary DNS server, DNS proxy object. So DNS proxy means you can create, I mean, this DNS will be, this will proxy server will act as a DNS for you, or you can bypass some of the settings by creating DNS proxy. So this is also, you want to know about DNS proxy. This present, it is a, your firewall is to act as a DNS proxy. So you can add your, you need to configure DNS proxy also. This will, the request will be handled by this firewall. So actual request will not go directly to a DNS server. That is the meaning of this DNS proxy object. So what is the benefit if some evasion, some hacker will try to hack your DNS server, then this firewall will deny those requests. And like that, actual request will not go to the DNS server. This firewall will act as a proxy server for your DNS request. That's it. So your actual DNS will be hidden from the attackers. You are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So DNS proxy is a feature that you want to select, if you want to create this firewall as a DNS proxy object, DNS proxy object means you need to you can treat this firewall as a DNS server and it will handle all DNS requests. Then after you need to configure NTP setting. So NTP will be a, I mean, you can configure internal NTP or external NTP. So every devices on the network will get the date and timing services synced from the internal or external NTP server. So these are the few parameters that you need to configure. Like you can enable authentication or disable. If you enable the authentication, you need keys. So key ID algorithm, which algorithm you want, or automatic key, then okay. Then after that, you configure general settings like host name, login banners. So login banners are normal banners when you try to access any devices. So it will show you the message you are in the restricted system. Your session is tracked by our administrator. Something bad will happen to our system. You will be prosecuted or like this. So these are the login banners. Enter the latitude and longitude. So because these firewalls are not having the GPS feature, so they cannot track its own location, but you need to provide the manual latitude and longitude. If you will provide this firewall will be located on the world map. Then click, then commit your changes. Commit is a feature. Commit means saving.
Hmm.
It is available on the left hand side of the portal here. Sorry, right hand side of this portal. This is left and this is right. So then after that, you can disconnect the firewall from the computer. Then you can remove those cables. Open an SSH management session to a firewall such as putty. So firewall will look like this. Here, dashboard, ACC. This is application monitoring policies, objects, network devices. So if it is written as device, then you should go for setup, high availability, config audit, etc. And also you can create some profiles on the firewall. Ramesh, you are getting me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm getting you.
So these settings, it is a good picture. Uh, oh. So this is troubleshooting part. If you want to check update server connectivity, it will check execute. Server means Palo Alto server where it will get the update where it gets the update. So can check with the help of execute, and also you can with the help of command line interface you can check request support check. So if you have a connectivity, then firewall will get this type of this received messages like contact us on this, support on this, device not found on this update server, and this like this. This is a very initial configuration of your firewall. Like first, you need to connect firewall, power it, then you need to gather the management port. By default, it is having IP of 192.168.1.1, but if you want to set, you can configure new IP, network mask, and default gateway and DNS server information. And according to this, you can configure the device. Then after we will learn licensing and software updates. So what is the meaning of licensing? Can anybody tell me?
Activating the device to use all the features. With the use of the license, you can use every feature of the software.
That means you're authorized to use the software.
Yeah.
Yeah, providing legal guidelines.
Right. So I mean, you're an actual user and you can use the feature, whatever is provided, whatever you purchase, right? License is. So in the device, navigate to the device, then support and click on activate support using authorization code, enter the authorization code and then click OK. So authorization code is provided by the email customer support team or you will receive one email from Palo Alto Networks for this activation code and authorization codes. And then devices, and then activate a license subscription in one of the following ways. Retrieve license keys from license server. Use this option if you activated license on the customer support portal. So customer support portal is support portal for so this is the support portal. So if you want to check, you can go to the support portal and check this documentation. So it will give you exact detail. These are the authorization code, expiration date, actions. You can activate license, agree and submit. After that, on the support portal, this is provided. These details are provided, and after that, you can do with the help of this documentation. You're getting me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So you don't need to purchase any license or you don't need to purchase anything, but these portals you can check these documentations. So, and also if you, so there is a multiple things you can go. So some of having the links, some of the, I mean, graphical way. So these are the knowledge base, technical documentation. You can check the knowledge base from in the knowledge base. It will have the the basic screenshot and all. So you can check and activate your device, right? Now, second thing is update the software updates, you can say. So now we'll check. On the device also, you can go to the device, then software and check now. So then after that, it will allow you to update. So let me check that documentation is available or not. Any so this page will look like this. So when you click on, it will show you all. When you click on check the configuration, check the version, then in that way you will get this versions. So this firewall has the base version. I mean, let's say you are on this here and you want to upgrade to this path. So what will happen? You need to, let's say this your firewall having 9.0.3 H3 version, then you want to upgrade to the 9.1.5. Then after that, you should go to the base version of this was 9.1. 9.0 have the version of 9.0.0 as well as 9.1 will have 9.1.0. So first you need to download and install this version, reboot the firewall. Then after that, you need to uh, download this version and install. So two reboots are required for this version upgrade. So it will tell you each and everything, release date, size of this firewall, currently installed or not, available, downloaded or not. You can also reinstall. If it get corrupted or any issue happen, you can do like this. Sometimes software install complete, result will be shown that having error. Then after that, you can revert the changes. So there's an option in the device, then operations, revert to the last saved configuration, export from. If anything happen in the software, then it will show you. It will give you this error. So what is the navigation path? Device. This is software here. Click on here. Click on this device tab, then click on software. This page will open. And after that, you need to click on download and install. Download first and then install the base version. Base version is required. Then after that, you can upgrade to the 9 and reboot. Reboot is also required. Check now is available here in the bottom of the page. So check now will give you the latest releases. Also, you can upload the version if your firewall is not connected to the internet. This data is coming from the internet. You are getting my point, guys?
Yeah.
Then after that, if you operate, if your installation has been done, after that it will require reboot. So you can also sometimes you will require, it will have some errors regarding you need to first update your firewall with the latest antivirus and features. So dynamic updates, click on here, dynamic updates, and you should download and install all these updates that is available in application threads. Because what will happen when you try to upgrade this firewall, these application threads will be obsolete. So it will not allow you to without upgrading, I mean without downloading this application and threads database into the firewall, it will not allow you to install the update. So it will, this error will be coming. Upgrading from 9.03 S3 to 9.14 requires a content version of 8226 or greater and found 81655521. So these are the content version. See, it is saying that you need higher version. I mean your firewall doesn't have the, you have not upgraded. So you need to download and install these updates, and after that it will allow you to download the firewall to the latest version. Otherwise you will stuck. I hope I am clear.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So in today's module, we covered two things, licensing and software updates. Okay.
Licensing and software update. Okay.
So in the next module, we will go basic interface configuration for tomorrow. Then I hope any doubt you have, guys. Ramesh,
Nothing.
Prabjot. Okay, so
So
we can
right now,
conclude the
no doubt,
meeting.
but I want to just go through this document again, and if I have any doubt, I'll let you know.
Okay. Bye bye, guys. Leaving for today. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
You too, sir. Thank you.